I'm just, I'm a straight shooter. I don't have a traditional way of doing presentations. I come from the heart. So, and I'm a wounded warrior. I love the industry, but I hate the people in the industry. I'm just keeping it all the way being with you right now
Mm.
because we lost a lot of money. We made a lot of money, and I lost a lot of friends who didn't make money in this industry. So I backed away from the industry. Like Mr. Brown said, I have several companies that I don't need the industry, but I have a thirst for the industry because I know it doesn't have any judgment. You could be black, white, a convicted felon, a Muslim, a Christian. It really doesn't matter. It depends on your own effort. So that's what I always loved about the industry. So with that being said, tonight I'm going to introduce something that it really blew my mind to the point where my sponsor is on his Zoom as well. He was on me like I was on Mr. Derek Brown, Mr. Carlos Alvarez. He was on me for like it ain't taken me 3 years though, D. It took me about several months. Really, that it was definitely thankful that he didn't give up on me because this is changing not only my life but my family's life. So enough about me. Enough about me, y'all. I want to talk about a company called Miracle Cash and More. This company literally is doing something that nobody in the industry is literally doing. Let me share my screen real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see my screen, Mr. Derek Brown?
Yes, sir, I can.
Okay, thank you. Thank you. Let me move this out of the way. So the company that's the MLM, and I need y'all to walk with me, y'all. Bellator is the marketing arm of a company that is really taking the industry by storm. So before I talk about Bellator, I need to introduce Miracle Cash and More to you so we can have a proper understanding about what we're talking about. So this all leaders. So I'm not going to do the little about the disclaimer and all that. We've been there, done that, y'all. I told you I'm just going to get right to the meat and potatoes. So this opportunity, as I said about the company called Miracle Cash and More. This is Miracle Cash and More, ladies and gentlemen. We have literally brick and mortar crypto exchange stores around the world. One in particular is right here in Amsterdam. And anybody who knows about Amsterdam, you know they got some of the strictest crypto laws in the world. But that's what blew my mind about this opportunity because I'm saying, hold up. Because me and Derek Brown was in another company where we was selling physical gold, like gold in our hand, like literally, and we was the top in that company together. So for me, I was against crypto. I'm just keeping it all the way for real with y'all. So if I talked to a person that was in the cryptocurrency and you didn't know what you knew, I was going to change your mind because when I get in something, I study it, I learn it, and I master it. So I was against cryptocurrency, but when I'm not, one thing about me, I'm not dumb. So when I seen that, I said, hold up, they got physical brick and mortars. I can touch somebody. I can talk to a real person. You got to be kidding me. I told Mr. Alvarez who won his line, I was like, Carlos, come on, man. Are you serious, bro? He said, why you think I'm on you, D? So I'm going to show you one of our stores, ladies and gentlemen. It literally changed my perspective of the industry in a whole different way. So let me find this video. I think it's right here. This is, here we go. Walk with me, y'all. Hold up. I told you I'm from straight up, so don't mind me. I'm like, Derek, you don't gotta be smart to do this job. I think it's right here then. So when I seen Miracle Cash and More, I said, hold up. They got, let me just Google it, because this is public record, ladies and gentlemen, in Amsterdam. See that? All right, let me see. There you go. In Amsterdam. So when I seen this, right, it was a game changer. Let me show you what I mean.
En dat is eigenlijk het enige. En daar heb ik verder nooit meer iets mee gedaan.
That's
Dus dat
not
is
the
bij heel
one I'm
beperkt
talking
eigenlijk.
about because that is not even in English. Let me do it again, ladies and gentlemen. Come on with it. Here we go. This is the video I'm looking for, y'all.
Well, of course, Amsterdam is one of the most exciting cities in the world, so that goes without saying. But we plan to open stores in every big city, as many as we can throughout the world. So any country that we're in, we're going to, of course, go to the most important city of the country first. Then we may do a few others. So our company actually was launched in North Cyprus. So that's where we've had stores for many years now. But our intention was to have that as to be our first market to learn about the industry. But our intention was always to go international. So we also now have 2 stores in Germany. One is complete and open, and we have another one under construction. And then this is our 3rd store in Europe. But we plan to go to France, we plan to go to Spain, UK, Italy, Belgium, Luxembourg, and then the rest of Europe as well.
So that right there, ladies and gentlemen, was a total game changer for me. Like once I seen that, and I said this company was established since 2017. So right now we're over an 8-year-old company. We're not a startup. I done been to the grand opening, grand closing. I done been through all this, just like you guys, some of the wounded warriors that's on this call. So I still had that fire. And when I started doing my research about Miracle Cash and More, and they got stores all over the world. And I'm like, this is going to be a game changer because I know it's people like myself who love crypto, but it's a little timid because of the scams and stuff that's out there. And these companies that they open one day, we make some money, then we put more money, and then we lose all our money. So I was like, I'm not getting involved in that. So when I seen this company was so established, so when I seen Micah and Ray, and I got a surprise for you, I got one of the corporate is going to pop up on the call later on because of Mr. Derek Brown. I respect him so much. I asked corporate to get on the call, Mr. Ray Vizio, who's the VP of sales and marketing. Oh man, it's going to be phenomenal. But I kept hearing Ray talk about this switch that they built. So I was like, all right, I care about the switch. What's the product and what's the compensation plan? Because I'm thinking like a network marketer. I need to know, is the business established? What's the product and what's the compensation plan? But as I'm digging, I keep hearing them talk about they created a switch. This is the fintech bank in Web3. I'm like, what? What do you mean? So I had to do my homework. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is their switch that they literally created, paid for, spent over $5 million just for the switch alone. This switch is a core banking system on the blockchain. Listen to what I'm telling you guys. Nobody, XRP, Ripple, nobody has what we have in front of us right here. Let me show you what this core banking system truly is. Mind boggling right here. Check this out, y'all. One thing I always say, one of my famous quotes is men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Now look at this right here, ladies and gentlemen, about this company. And one video really sums it up. But of course, I'm not going to just depend on the video.
Dear Bellator family, we wanted to share some key insights to help you better understand the true value of the opportunity you are part of, the foundation of Miracle Cash and More. Miracle Cash and More began its journey in 2017 with a clear vision to become a global fintech powerhouse, not just a traditional bank. Our starting point was the development of a core banking system, also known as a switch in the financial industry. This system consists of millions of lines of code. It took 3 years and over $5 million to develop. We built a mid-level core banking system from the ground up. Why is this significant? Because we own the technology. We are not leasing or dependent on third parties, which saves costs and provides flexibility. When you invest your time in a company, that company should deserve your time and effort by providing real sustainable value. What has the company invested to create an opportunity for you? Who is the actual customer? If it's just you, then it's not a real business. It's a cycle destined to fail. Most crypto MLMs have failed because they start with a compensation plan and then pick a product that fits. Their focus isn't on solving real-world problems, but on making quick money. That's not sustainable. Miracle Cash and More is not an MLM. It's a fintech company offering real services to merchants. Bellator is the marketing arm, designed to help expand Miracle's reach. This gives us the best of both worlds. A company with real products and services. A network marketing structure to help spread the word and reward those who grow the network.
So that right there killed the game for me because I knew I was in the right, you know that network marketing term, in the right place at the right time. But this time we really can stand by it. Now listen, the video is only 2 minutes. It's talk about the switch.
With this AI tool, you can create a complete storybook from just one keyword, not just stunning.
Many people don't have the experience to evaluate real opportunities. That's why we're committed to educating you while also sharing the potential of our company. We're not just another crypto project. We are a real company with real customers delivering real services. This document is for you to help you recognize the difference between a fleeting opportunity and something that is truly deserving of your time and effort. We're proud to say we're just getting started. With our infrastructure in place, we're ready to scale globally. In the world of transactional finance, a switch, also known as a core banking system, is the central infrastructure that manages and routes financial transactions between different entities such as banks, payment processors, merchants, and card networks. When a customer swipes their card, taps their phone, or makes an online payment, the transaction request is generated and sent to the switch. The switch acts as the middleman. It receives the transaction data and routes it to the correct financial institution, e.g. the customer's bank, for authorization. Once the issuing bank processes the request, either approving or declining the transaction, the switch relays the response back to the point of sale, POS, terminal, or online platform almost instantly. After authorization, the switch helps settle the transaction, ensuring the funds are correctly transferred from the customer's bank to the merchant's account. The switch ensures transactions are secure, encrypted, and compliant with financial regulations like PCI DSS for card payments and KYC AML protocols for anti-fraud measures.
I need us to understand what we just watched. This switch, this brain that this company has created with no third party allows businesses to accept all the top forms of cryptocurrency for payment and services. Let that sink in what I just said. That means the Amazons, the Alibabas, the Deltas, any merchant account, any business with our technology can accept all the top forms of cryptocurrency. I need y'all to understand what we're talking about. And they own the technology. We license and regulate it with the MiCA laws. So ain't no the SEC gonna shut us down. We gotta worry about this. We can't do this. No, we play above ground We play above table with technology that we're licensed in over 200 countries. This is totally unbelievable. So I'm talking about Miracle Cash and More because that's not the MLM part. So I want us to get the understanding about that. Because once we realize we're only marketing the technology of a company that's solving a real world problem. What's the problem, ladies and gentlemen? The problem is companies want to learn how to accept cryptocurrency. And guess what? We're the only ones that solve that problem. Miracle Cash and More. So now we have Bellator, which is the marketing arm that's going to market this technology. So I wanted to have this clear understanding before I went any further about Miracle Cash and More. Because not only do we have the retail stores, you see this? Not only do we have the retail physical stores we just seen, we got the POSs. We have the ATM machines. We have the crypto exchange on the website, just like Binance. Binance is just a website. That's it. And they making billions, if not trillions of dollars. But ladies and gentlemen, we are the total package on a decentralized platform. I need y'all to understand what I just said. We are the fintech bank on a blockchain legally. That right there is a game changer. So, ladies and gentlemen, we go expanding all this is a leadership call. So I'm going straight to the meat and potatoes. We're gonna be all around the world. Okay. So now these are real articles that talk about our company because we're doing something that nobody else doing. And guess what? We're doing a reverse merger. Listen to what I'm saying. We going public. Ladies and gentlemen, this is totally unbelievable. But now this gonna blow your mind. We have our own coin called the Phoenix token. This one in the middle right here. This is the logo. Why is that so important? Ladies and gentlemen, they created their own token. Is only 5.5 billion tokens in that's ever going to be in existence. But guess what? Over 4 billion of those 5.5 billion are locked up in a smart contract. Why is that so important? Because that token is a utility token, meaning the more it's used, the more valuable it's going to be. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? We got 24 companies that's using the Phoenix token under our umbrella. We didn't even talk about the partnerships. We talking about Miracle Cash and More, Leveler, which we just changed the name to Miracle Swap, just like Uniswap and Simple Swap. We have our own swap. Now we got Miracle Estate. We're going to be tokenizing brick and mortar buildings. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Miracle Sports. Why is that important? Hakan Torhan, who is I'm going to show you a video about him. He's the founder of Miracle Cash and More. This man is a genius. He's a banker. Guess what though? He lives in Cyprus with his wife, who is a major politician in Cyprus right now today. So they're not only a known, they're one of the wealthiest families in Cyprus, and they're one of the most known families in Cyprus. But ladies and gentlemen, we got the first crypto casino coming. We're listen to me. We're literally making Cyprus the Las Vegas of the Mediterranean. We got the crypto casino coming. We got the crypto resort coming. Ladies, you just seen Miracle Pay when you tap, swipe, or insert, allowing companies to accept all forms of cryptocurrency. And the one I'm gonna talk about the data technology, what their product is nodes. They wait till I get to the nodes, it'll blow your mind. Then we got Miracle Media, we got Bellator, and so on. But ladies and gentlemen, look what I remember what I just said. They got their own token, 5.5 billion that's going to ever be in existence. Over 4 billion of those 5.5 are locked up for 3 years in a smart contract. Y'all know about crypto, so y'all know what that means. It's going to make the coin explode because the coin is going to be working off 24 companies. Ladies and gentlemen, game changer. But now let me talk to the wounded warriors for a minute because I was one of them. Let me show you something. I want to introduce you to Hakan Torhan, who is the founder of Miracle Cash and More, because I want to talk being realistic because a lot of us, we've been through it. You know, we've been through the ups and downs. and we are a little skeptical because we lost money, we lost friends, and like I said before, this is real. I don't do no hype, none of that. Check this out. He's being interviewed by another affiliate in Cyprus who asked him some serious questions. Watch this.
So now I'm here at the headquarters of Bellator and Miracle. Yeah. And I wanted to see it with my own eyes and meet the man at the very top. And I know there's so many people out there, maybe thousands and thousands of people who have made some bad experiences and all with MLM and Ponzi systems or even with scams, whatever you call it, or for whatever reason a company has failed and now they have fear about investing into something new or starting a business with an MLM system.
Okay.
Maybe you can tell us
Well,
why nobody has to be feared with Bellator.
well, first of all, welcome. It's been a pleasure seeing you 2 days here.
I forgot to say this. Yes.
And I think, like other people that have, came here to visit us, I think it's been great that you actually felt, touched what the company is. And obviously, we're here in Cyprus, but the company is 150 people in Turkey, in Europe. So we're all over the place with 22 companies. Now, you started a question with MLM. Well, I'm not an MLM person. My background is not MLM, but my partner, Micah's expertise is on that side. So
You're
it's
actually
interesting.
coming from the bank industry, right?
I come from the banking industry. Now, it's interesting when you start a conversation to start with, what do you say for people not to think it's a scam? Well, normally in normal business, that's not the question that comes at the beginning. You know, you talk about the company, you talk about the business, but I see your point. But
I mean, in every business, there always is a risk. Everybody has to be aware of that. But
business risk is different. Scam is completely different.
Yes.
Now, first of all, I would like to answer this with, in any risk, you do your own analysis, right? Now, I've never seen an 8-year, 22 company business to be built and spend over $60 million to build a scam.
it's 60 million.
60 million, over 60 million has gone into Miracle so far. You don't generally get to obtain an EU license, and you definitely don't build stores where people walk in and been running for 2 years now, and you do the first crypto cash transaction in the center of Amsterdam.
It's not possible if without a license.
Well, try it. Maybe it will take a couple of days for them to find out. So, building all these companies, investing 60 million, investing into very quality people, and designing an infrastructure, a system that we have, is not the way to build something that's not real. I've seen a lot of people through this journey that have come, and I do understand that there's people out there selling air because I've met them. But I just met them, and then we just pushed them away from us because that's not what we are. It took us 3 years to build our switch. Our switch is our biggest strong point. It's the heart of our technology. The reason we had to build a switch, which in banking terms is a core banking system, is to allow any new technology to be able to plug into it. That's why we're now talking about Miracle Pay. That's why now we can easily integrate and partner with a bank and integrate it, because we have that core system.
Mm.
That's what makes us unique. What makes us unique is also the way our approach to the market, by different products than other exchanges are working on. So, for example, you've got your Binances, you've got your crypto.coms, and they're all, they're fighting in that website exchange market. But we're now, I'm jumping off the subject, but I think I answered the first question. So I just quickly started to talk about the business. But what I'm trying to say is we went after big contracts, and we've signed 4 biggest POS terminal providers of the world, which gives us a customer potential of 100 million merchants out there.
That's what I wanted y'all to hear. So let me break it down in layman terms real quick. I know, just brief. I wanted some points to hit. You see what Hakan Torhan said. We created our own switch. We're over an 8-year-old company, and let me tell you something. We're already almost over $80 million. At the time of that video, we was at over 60. We're over $80 million invested into Miracle Cash and more. So, ladies and gentlemen, like he said, other exchanges like Binance and crypto.com, they're fighting in the website space. They're fighting in the website space. That's all. That's all they have is a website. Not only do we have a website, we have physical brick and mortars. We have the technology that go into terminals, the POS terminals. You see what he said? We got 4 contracts with the biggest POS merchants in the world, who have a combined of over 100 million physical POS terminals, not even counting online sales. Ladies and gentlemen, do we understand how massive that is? Not only, remember I just told you the Phoenix token is the core. Everything works the gas around the Phoenix tokens. So, prime example, because I need us to really, because this is where we get paid. And the reason I'm taking my time, we get paid in this token. Now look at Egenical. This is one of the website, one of the companies that we already got a contract with. This week or in a couple of days, we're going to be on their website. You're going to see Miracle Pay, because Miracle Pay has partnered with Egenical to do what? To allow the Egenical to accept cryptocurrency to all their customers. And guess who their customers is? Walmart, MGM, casino. I was at the casino in Detroit. I looked at the terminal. I said, Egenical, this is going to be a game changer. But for those of us who don't know who Egenical is, let me play this brief video, and bear with me, y'all, real quick.
In a rapidly evolving world, Ingenico stands at the forefront of innovation, transforming the way payments are accepted, managed, and enhanced, consistently delivering unparalleled value in the commerce ecosystem. Acceptance is the first step towards delivering value. With Ingenico, you can accept payment solutions on any device, anytime, and anywhere. Each interaction is an opportunity to provide value, ensuring convenience and reliability for every transaction. But delivering value doesn't stop here. Ingenico is here to help you manage your entire estate. Our approach goes beyond transactions. It's about optimizing both devices and merchant experience. Growth through purpose-led innovation is our mantra. At Ingenico, we're not just revolutionizing payments, we're enhancing the entire experience of commerce. From advanced payment methods to data insights and partner integration, every step we take is aimed at adding value, helping you thrive in a rapidly changing market. Ingenico, where accept, manage, and enhance converge to create a brighter and valuable future for commerce around the world.
So this is the company, this day website. Look on their website. This is about them. They say they're the first and a global market leader in POS systems. This is the real, let's get to the nitty gritty. You see that right there? That's a 40 million terminals deployed worldwide. That ain't even talking about the payment apps that they have. But ladies and gentlemen, this is how powerful this opportunity is. We talk about we partner with companies like Jenico is a multi-billion dollar company. So for validation reasons, that's already solidified. This is what I mean by I learned how to evaluate companies. So now when we talk about this billion-dollar company choosing us to allow, remember, their customers is other multi-billion dollar companies. That's Egenical's customers. But we're their partner to accept what? Cryptocurrencies. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the power that we're talking about. So now we know a little bit about the company that we talked about, Miracle Cash and More. Let's get back into Bellator so we understand what the product is. And one of the products is that we're talking about is CPU nodes. The CPU node are don't overthink it. It's technology. I know those of us we talking about leaders, we understand what nodes are. So right now, the half a node is $600. The full node starts at $1,200. The three of them is 36, and seven of them is 84, and so on and so forth. You can get as many as you want at $1,200 increments. But ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to blow your mind about what we're talking about. No human interaction. So you don't have to worry about somebody interfering with your node. You're going to be on smart contract, no interference. The owners of the company can't even mess your node up. So understand what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that's going to pay you that's programmed for the rest of your life, where you don't have to worry about nothing. You purchase it, 24 hours, it starts paying you for the rest of your life. This is the first time. And I need to let y'all look at my face when I say this. For the leaders that's on this call, and that's everybody on this call, for the first time in our network marketing life, history, career, we can finally say every single person on our team who gets a node will make money and be successful. That's never happened. I'm going to say that again. That's never happened in network marketing history. Ladies and gentlemen, no human interaction. You buy the nodes or several nodes, you connect your decentralized MetaMask wallet, and you just collect money whether you build or not. I'm going to say that again because we have a lot of investors that don't want to just build, but we're talking about leaders right here who want to build. Ladies and gentlemen, and I'm going to give you one that's really going to really get the wounded warriors, get their heart back. You build with us. You build with us, and your whole team leaves. You still get your residual income as if everybody's still there because it's not about humans interaction. There's no auto ship, none of that.
Wait a minute,
You,
Mr. Meadows. Can you say they didn't hear you? Say that. Say
I'm gonna
that
say
again,
this
brother.
again. As a matter of fact, Mr. Carlos Alvarez, can you tell me that word again? Because I keep messing this word up. That's my sponsor. What's the word that Carlos? He there? But anyway, listen. This blew my mind when I realized that when you see, I can't unmute. Oh, you can't unmute. Hey,
I
Derek,
got
can
him.
you? Okay,
I
thank you.
got him.
Um, when you build a team here, you build a massive team, and guess what? Let's say like they were in network marketing. Like I said, this leaders. Let's keep it real. Another company started opening, dangling money in front of your face. I'm gonna give you $100,000. You and your team come over here. Guess what? You can leave, and guess what's gonna happen to your paycheck? Nothing. You're still going to get paid what you built over here in Bellator. Mind blowing. Carlos Alvarez, you can unmute now, right? Did you get
There we
him?
go.
There we go.
Attrition.
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 There you go. Attrition, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, when I seen that and heard that, I told Derek Brown that. He said, what'd you just say? I said, listen, bro, you can build one strong time And no matter who leaves on your team, your pay will not go down because you get paid off the technology, not the human beings' involvement. That's a game changer, ladies and gentlemen. We're getting older. You see these grays? We're getting a little older. And this is true residual income where you don't have to worry about if a person gonna go to this other company where you got to pay their auto shipping. We done been through all that. It's time to really get and reap the benefits of being true warriors and soldiers in this network marketing industry. This is why I didn't give up on Mr. Brown, because Carlos Alvarez didn't give up on me when I told him no, because I was burnt out on the industry. But when I seen what Bellator has, I said this is a no-brainer. Anybody in their right mind was going to do the right thing by it. So, ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, when the node pays you, 80% goes to you, 20% goes to the compensation plan. But I'm going to really take it to the next level with you. So now, this is how it works. All the transactions that happen in Miracle Cash, let's say that all the terminals, let's talk about the 100 million terminals just from 4 companies. Now, listen, we already signed more than 4 contracts, but I just want to go for purposes of being on this call 100 million. But we got talking about we've just signed the 5th largest airline in the industry that's going to accept cryptocurrency. So soon you're going to be able to pay for your plane tickets through Miracle Pay. So, but let's just talk about the 100 million merchants accounts. So now 30% of all the transactions are going to the node owners, which is us. So now it's going to be split to the 30% of the transactional fees is going to be split across the board to all the node owners. This is going to blow your mind, ladies and gentlemen. Check this out. I always say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Just off, see this right here? We're talking about the 100 million merchants. That's just with the 4 contracts. I'm telling you now, this is Damon I mean Metals. This is not Miracle Cash. This is not Bellator saying this. It's going to be way more than that right there. But listen to me. Let's just say, for argument's sake, the 100 million merchants. At 3% of that, and just a $5 purchase off those 3% of the 100 million merchants, was only 3 million merchants, at just a $5 a day, a Starbucks cup of coffee is more than $5. But let's just say, for argument's sake, that's going to give Miracle Pay, look at the numbers. I'd say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Projected, that's going to give $5.4 billion to Miracle Pay. So 30% to the node owners, which is you and I, because that's our product that we're going to purchase. That's 1.6 billion to us. But guess what? Out of each node, that's $7,821.43. That's a $7,000 ROI on your $1,200 payment. Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't hearing what I'm saying. But let's get a little bit more realistic. Let's say at 10%, because that's, even though that's low, I ain't gonna, it's low. I'm saying this. The company ain't saying it. I'm saying that's very low. That's $27,000 for a $1,200 investment. I'm gonna let that sink in again. And that's annually. Just at 10% and just at the 100 million merchants. 3% of, I mean 10% of that. But ladies and gentlemen, I ain't talking about we just signed another contract with a company that got over 46 or 4,700 physical locations and they're ready to go right now. We ain't talking about the airline, the 5th largest airline that we signed, and they ready to go. Ladies and gentlemen, this 10% of the market is really a joke. And we ain't talking about online sales yet. We just talking about the physical terminals of the 4 contracts that we signed. But I'm gonna do one better for you. Right now, this is gonna blow your mind. Until Saturday, the 20, what is Saturday? Saturday is the 28th. We, the company, like, he put out a certain amount of promotion nodes. Listen to what I'm going to tell y'all. A certain amount of promotional nodes. When you buy one starting at the full node for $1,200, please listen to what I'm going to tell you. They're going to give you 4. Did y'all just hear what I just said? You start off and buy one. They're going to give you 4 nodes. So let's do some math. Let me let y'all look at this first, because I always say men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. Remember that? At 10%, it's 27,000, right? Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. I love my calculator. Check it out. So now let's do some math. 27,000 times 4. It's $108,000 for a one-time $1,200 investment. You tell me where you're going to see those type of numbers at. And I'm telling you, me personally, not the company, me, Damon, I mean Metals. I believe strongly it's going to be way more than 10%. Ladies and gentlemen, this is mind blowing. But I ain't finished yet. Because say you buy 3 nodes for 3,600. Listen to this. This is going to be crazy. You got, remember, you buy 3 nodes for 3,600. They will give you 12. Check this out 12 times 27,000. $324,000 annually, not one time, just at the 10%. Y'all ain't hearing me. We getting paid in the Phoenix token. Check it out. Remember, the Phoenix token is the gas for all the 24 companies, just with us. I don't think y'all understand what I'm saying. We ain't talking about, we just talking about with us. We have 24 companies under the umbrella. This is totally unbelievable. Ladies and gentlemen, right here is an unbelievable opportunity right at your fingertips. But guess what? I still ain't finished. I'm going, I'm, I ain't gonna take too much more of your time. I just want to show you another thing, ladies and gentlemen. We have something called Miracle Name to Miracle Neo. Guess what Miracle Neo is, y'all? You, we get ready to be our own banks. Again, everything we do above table, license, Mika regulates, we follow all the laws. We, the people in Bellator, are going to get something called an IBAN. This gives you the authority to wire money from your Bank of America, Navy Federal, whatever bank you bank with, to yourself to get cryptocurrency. It blew my. We licensed in over, let me say, 200 countries, all Africa. We are trying to change the world with this. But then look at number 4, ladies and gentlemen. We got reloadable crypto debit cards. That's the second product right now. The first product we got is the nodes that pay you every day for the rest of your life. Then we have the reloadable crypto debit cards, ladies and gentlemen, where you tap, swipe, or insert, ching. Look at my shirt. Look, look, tap, swipe, or insert, ching. Yes, I'm fully dedicated with this. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. There's those of us in Bellator who building a team just off the credit cards. I mean, the crypto debit cards. Let me tell you why. I got a friend of mine named Ty. He's a professional trader in crypto. I said, Ty, if you want to use your crypto right now, how you gonna do it? Oh, I gotta go to Uniswap and then turn it to Bitcoin. I gotta pay all these fees. Guess what? I'm the solution. Remember what I told you what Bellator said, what Hakan Toran said. He said, we solve real world problems. We solve a problem for the merchants. What? We allow the merchants to accept cryptocurrency. Then we solve a problem for the customers. We can spend our cryptocurrency, tap, swipe, or insert on our crypto cards. Ladies and gentlemen, like that's it. And guess I'm ready really to make these leaders really not sleep tonight. We haven't even launched yet. We in pre-launch. We in pre-launch. I'm telling you right now, this right here, you ain't never seen nothing like this because we're 5 to 10 years ahead of everybody in the crypto space because nobody has what we have. This is a fact. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored to introduce this to you, especially to the wounded warriors, because I was out of the industry because I was wounded. But Mr. Carlos Alvarez didn't give up on me like I didn't give up on Derek Brown. So now, when you talk about these CPU nodes, but let me back it up a little bit. You can open a free account. Because we got an account you can open for free 95, and still sell and build in Bellator. Ladies and gentlemen, these gentlemen and ladies have really answered our question about and answer our prayers in network marketing. So now remember the half node, the special don't count. It doesn't start with the half node. The special of 4-to-1 starts at the full node for $1,200. Then you buy 3, 36, you get 12. You buy 7, you get 28. Y'all don't want me to whip that calculator out for 28, do y'all? It's mind blowing. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I believe I have a special guest for you guys on the phone. I don't even want to go into the compensation plan yet because I want to respect Mr. Ray Vizio's time. This is the VP of marketing and sales. Derek Brown, did you see Mr. Ray on a call?
Let me check right now.
Yes,
What's his full name, sir?
Ray Vizio.
Is he?
Let me see. Yes.
Yes, sir, I do.
Yes. Can you please allow the VP to be a co-host to get on the mic today, please?
Yes,
And guess what,
sir.
y'all? Let me explain something to y'all. It's almost 4 a.m. in Cyprus, and Mr. Ray Vizio literally got out of his bed, and I was so honored that he like I said, man, I had to thank you for sacrificing your sleep. And Ray, thank you for this opportunity and for you being here. VP of Bellator, welcome to the call, brother.
Hey, Damon, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful, Ray.
I'm out here in Cyprus, a little bit late, but no, I appreciate you guys. I think Damon's a little excited
Not a
uh,
little.
what's going on. Every time I hear him, I think I want to join the company again. But yeah, just a quick background on myself. My name is Ray Vidrio. I'm from California, really, and about 3 years ago. About 3.5 years ago, my business partner, the founder and CEO of Bellator, Medicon Torhan, the founder and CEO of Miracle Cash, and they came together. And I got offered to come out here, help build the company. So I left everything. I brought 2 suitcases, my 2 dogs, and literally got here and started building. And it's the best decision I've ever made. I came into network marketing at 19 and, built some large teams in the industry, had failures, had major successes. And here, I know Damon went over a lot of information and you're kind of just, digesting it all. And I'd like to just, because I think I'm talking to a bunch of network marketers here. Okay.
Yes, yes.
So this is
All
my
leaders.
kind of, all right. This is kind of like my forte, and looking at this industry of what's going on, especially in the crypto slash network marketing industry. Wow, there's a lot of different things out there. Most don't last more than about a year. And unfortunately, there's a lot of money games out there when it comes to crypto. A lot of scams, a lot of things. And when you're looking at it from a network marketing point of view, I tell people, you know, never before I've seen this. Okay. See, normally when a network marketer looks at a company or they're looking for an opportunity, a financial opportunity, they're looking for somewhat of a ground floor financial opportunity. Okay. Because we understand how timing works, especially in this industry. But when you go down the road of a company that hasn't been here a while with a ground floor financial opportunity, a lot of the times it comes with a ground floor company. They launched 60 days ago, 90 days ago, and you're just hoping and praying and crossing your fingers that they last more than a couple years because statistics show they don't. Okay. But you buckle in and you're nervous. You put your reputation and name behind it. And, 98, 99% of the time, it doesn't last. Okay. On the flip side, if you're looking for a strong, strong, strong company that's been here a few years and has had many success stories and whatnot, unfortunately, as far as network marketing goes, a lot of the big, big, big money is gone. Okay, because of the timing. There might be, four or 500,000 reps in it already. They've already opened up international countries and whatnot. Never before I've seen those two cross. What I mean by that is you have an 8-year-old company you can point to, it being Miracle. Hakan Toran has been building this the right way. He's been building this for regulation, where most companies haven't. Okay, that's why they fall by the wayside. Regulation, license, insured. And with Bellator, okay, we came from an affiliate marketing company and we launched Bellator December 4th of 2024. So it's been about 6 months and we're just starting to get traction. We're getting the attention from a lot of the big builders in network marketing because they see us. When you look at the licenses we have, we already have a crypto store, one of the licenses we have in Amsterdam, where you can do a cash to crypto, crypto to cash transaction actually walking into a store. When you have that, you better be regulated. You better be licensed when you actually can walk in through those doors. When we're attracting contracts like Pax, Verifone, um, and uh, Ingenico,
Ingenico.
Ingenico, my tongue is bleeding right now. I would love to share the contract that we have signed that we're starting to onboard. 99% of the time you've used them probably in the last 6 months. But I can't say that right now because we're not going to announce that until we start transactions with them. Huge company, everyone knows them. Everyone knows them. You've used them 9 out of 10 times. And when you have all of that, and then you have a ground floor opportunity attached to it, and you can point to an 8-year-old company. You can point to those transactions. You can point those contracts. You can point to all of that. And like what Damon says, what I love about our compensation plan is that, it's kind of a hybrid. When you understand how it works, a big builder can come in and normally if they leave and their team leaves with them, normally your check goes down 20, 25, maybe even 30%. Here, the people could leave, the node stays. Think about that. Think about not worrying about attrition. For a network marketer, that is unheard of. You've never, ever heard those words before, that you don't have to worry about attrition. Attrition is the number one thing that a lot of network marketers see. There's a big bucket, and the more sand you put in, there are holes in the bottom in every company. There are those holes of the auto shipments and the services that sometimes don't work, and the products. I'll give you this clue. We just brought on, I believe, the best brand new presidents of Bellator, and he's been around. He has the resume, the field presence, and all this. He flew down here a few months ago to the corporate offices here in Cyprus. We showed him the whole ecosystem, about 3 hours in, 4 hours in, with Hakan, myself, and Micah Thaird. And then he looked at us, and again, this is somebody that's been around the block, been CEO, CFO, CMO from some of the largest network marketing companies in the world. He's been a trainer. He's been in the field since 1990. And he turned to us and he goes, "My gosh, you guys have true residual income." He goes, auto ship? He goes, "That ain't residual. They like to paint it that way, which is fine." He goes, "But a true passive residual income on auto ship does not count." He says, because how your node works, because how the node is connected to the transactions from our contracts, he joined us. He joined us, and two other companies were actually kind of knocking on his door. And he came with us. We have one of the best trainers that does training for us, it being Mark Aceta. Again, we're attracting some of the best leaders, being like a Damon Meadows, a Carlos Alvarez, and you folks here. I don't know what you might be looking for, but whatever it is, look at the facts, look at our history, look what we're getting ready to do. because I know one thing, because of our contracts, you will hear about Miracle Cash and more just because the contracts we have and the merchants that are going out there, the merchants that you all use on a day-to-day, week-to-week, month-to-month basis. Um, and you could either be one of those people that go, "Oh my gosh, I saw it. I saw it when I saw it where it explodes," or you're popping champagne because when those contracts open and transacting, your nodes start getting paid. And like what Damon said, right now we have an unreal promotion. I was not a fan of it. I gotta admit, because I was like 4 to 1 again. I'm a corporate guy. I was like 4 to 1, huh? 4 to 1. But that is, I guarantee you, that is not going to last very long. We're on countdown with that. But right now, when you purchase one node, you get four. So
Wow.
it's a plus three. And a lot of our network marketers are building, earning commission, taking a percentage of that commission and just upping their assets. That is a true game changer because never before, like what Damon said, name another company, they said you can get rich, you can get financially free just by owning the product.
Wow.
Folks, you've never seen these things cross before in this industry, what we're talking about. So again, I appreciate you guys having me. I appreciate Damon. I appreciate Carlos. We've been working with each other for a long time now. And right now it's in the stage of our attorneys that we will have the best global bonus pool you'll ever seen because most companies, a lot of companies out there have kind of somewhat of a global bonus pool. I would say maybe about 30-40% of them do. But what they have is, let's say they have, they have their product, okay? They have their product and then they have a cost within that product. And then what they do is they go, okay, let's say their cost is here, but then they have to fit corporate level here, and then the compensation plan here, and maybe the global bonus pool right here, all within this product or service or whatever it is. With us, because we're in so many different pools, because we're in transactions, because we're in like what Damon said, a Miracle Neo, a bank, whatnot. We just don't have the node as our compensation. So what we have done, we went to the owner of Miracle and I said, would you be willing to give a small percentage piece of the pie? And we put it in a pool outside of the nodes, outside this, and uh whatever whoever hits our two top levels will share part of that pool. And he goes, well, we talked for about a week over those numbers. He goes, I got to put a cap on that because that could be in the hundreds, that could be in the hundreds of millions of dollars that no one's ever seen. So I said, okay, why don't we cap it at 50 million over a 3-year span? Think about a $50 million global bonus pool that's maxed out. And it's only for the first, the top two levels of the company. And we know as leaders here, I love talking to network marketing leaders. We know that a small percentage goes to for the top two levels. And let's say, 15, 20, maybe 30 people share a $50 million global bonus pool. Aside from the comp plans, aside from your notes paying, aside from everything else, just alone, just making it into that global bonus pool, especially, and I will say Carlos Alvarez, he's about to be the first one to make it into that global bonus pool. So it's in the attorney's hands right now. We've not launched the global bonus pool yet. We're a couple months away, but I'll tell you what, industry
Mm.
legends will hear about this global bonus pool that Bellator has, and just that alone will attract them. Guys, gals, I think you might have stumbled upon this by accident, on purpose, whatever it is, you're here for a reason, and you might be building somewhere else. We don't want to get in that way, and I think, we don't really fall under where we look like someone else. There's no one else like it here, what we're doing, how we're doing it. And it's all because the owner built a foundation and he prepared for regulation. And now it's coming. Now it's here. It's actually here. With Mika dropping down from Europe, that is the regulation for Europe. 99% of the companies aren't ready for Mika. We will be in North America soon. We're waiting for that administration. However, I don't want to get political, but however you feel about that administration, that will be the first crypto president and administration in North America. I'm hoping they're going to take a page out of Mika and they'll be ready to go probably by the end of this year. So many things are happening. We're already looking at another corporate office in Dubai, not only in Cyprus. So we're working on a lot of things in the background. We're going to be hitting the road soon. I don't know where a lot of you are from. We're going to be giving some of those dates actually this Saturday on the Saturday call. We're going to be doing some super Saturdays and possible in Florida, Atlanta, New York, Southern California. We're preparing for one of the biggest events that the industry has seen in April of next year. So, guys, really
Wow.
do your due diligence here. Everything's here for the taking. Wait till some of those other contracts drop.
I see that
There's
sun coming out, Mr. Ray. I see the sun coming up.
it is.
Listen,
It
thank you
is.
very much.
Yep.
I know I respect the
Right.
sacrifice, Ray.
No
Thank you
problem.
very much,
Damon,
brother.
Damon,
Seriously.
you're a hell of a leader. Carlos, guys, I hope to meet you one day, and shake your hand and if you come on board with us, all right?
I
And if not,
appreciate you.
we're gonna be here, brother.
Thank you, Ray. I appreciate that.
God
Absolutely.
bless. God bless.
Listen, he dropped something, and I wasn't even going to tell y'all right to the end about the $50 million bonus pool that's not attached to the product, the nodes. They're taking that out of their technology from Miracle Pay. Ladies and gentlemen, the top two position, not the top one position, we split 50 million. And I'm saying we because I'm definitely going to be amongst those split that 50 million. But guess what? Well, you got an opportunity. You heard this here first before the sharks start smelling the blood in the water because we doing it to attract people. You're right. Because we're going to blow this industry out. We're going to make fun. We're going to get an industry. We're going to make it fun and honorable again. Fun and honorable again. Because it's a lot of wounded warriors in this industry that we can wake them up and still get them to where they need to be at. So I don't want to keep you too long. I want to bring up my sponsor, my mentor, one of my mentors, besides Mr. Derek Brown. I had the pleasure of meeting this gentleman years ago, and we just like hit it off literally just like brothers. I stays over his house when I go to Florida. He lives on a resort in Champions Gate. Like when I seen, I was like, you don't have to go nowhere. Like you live on a resort. Like so, it just I learned from people that's been in the industry longer than me and had more success than me. He's also a seven-figure earner in every company he gets to. So without further ado, Mr. Alvarez, I appreciate you jumping on this call as well. Thank you for your time, Mr. Carlos Alvarez. You gotta unmute yourself. Oh, DB, you ain't let Carlos unmute himself. Derek Brown.
Let me double check real quick.
Okay. I think when you unmute yourself, Carlos, it muted you back and you wasn't allowed to do it again. That's what probably happened. I think Zoom does that. There you go, Mr.
There we
Alvarez.
are. Awesome, awesome, D. Great job on that presentation.
Thank
I
you.
definitely want to join again after hearing you. And that was very cool about Ray, you
Yeah,
know.
that was a
And that
surprise.
had I had nothing to do with that, ladies and gentlemen. That was Mr. Amin here. He has direct access to the ownership too.
Yes.
We've been with those guys for several years now. So it's not like Amin is here for the first time or he just getting started. He's been with us through the rough, the good, the bad, and the ugly, because it is real.
Yes.
When you're dealing with a real company trying to establish a position before the rest of the world. And that's what we've been witnessing for the last few years with this company. And we've been I don't know. Amin and I, we feel like nomads really, because we did try to get our best colleagues to join us very early, and they just for whatever reason they were like, no, it's okay, I'll wait, and it's fine, perfectly fine. And but you know what? I think now is no better time than ever. So you guys at the right place at the right time. To be honest, Amin and I, we took all the arrows, so you guys don't
Definitely,
have to. Um,
definitely.
and I'm honored that he finally saw what I saw and captured the vision and is very passionate about it, because it's true. It's been a very long time since we had this type of feeling with a company that is full of integrity. And I have tested Hakan a few times I did tell him, look, Hakan, you could do it over here. It's a little gray over here, but it's a shortcut. And he said, no, Carlos, I'm not interested in shortcuts. I'm not interested in being in the gray area. I'm going to do it right because we're going to be here for a very long time. And my vision, I'm after legacy networks,
Yes,
legacy networks like the Ingenicals and the Veriphones. And that's what I mean was trying to let everybody know that if you thinking about vetting this company, Ingenico already did it. I'm sure it's a fact that they have the top attorney firm in the planet doing their legal work for them already. I highly doubt anyone here can top their legal team. So
absolutely.
just understand that. They already did that, the hard work for us, the legal side. And what is the result? A contract, a real contract, but
Yes,
not just any contract, because you can go to the Ingenico website and they do have other crypto vendors. They're just vendors. They're not business partners.
yes,
That's the difference. Miracle Pay is a business partner of Ingenico and the other companies, not
yes.
just vendors. So it's a huge difference. And why? Because I mean, shared with you guys, the technology is proprietary. Miracle Pay is just one product of Miracle Cash. And that's because of the switch. The
Wow.
switch has created multiple products, multiple opportunities for Miracle Cash to work at an institutional grade level. You don't see that with
Absolutely.
all the other crypto exchanges at all.
That is phenomenal. So I really don't want to go to I want to see if anybody got any questions or comments about the presentations. And me and Mr. Carlos Alvarez, we're here to answer those questions if possible. So Mr.
Most
Brown,
definitely.
oh, there you go.
Most definitely. No, I appreciate that. And if I could request one huge favor, because I want to make sure it's on tape, could you, because it's mind blowing, because it just hit me that there's still a comp plan. Can you touch on the comp plan so we can have it on the recording? Is that okay?
Absolutely.
And
Mr.
then,
Alvarez
Oh
will
yeah.
do that. Not a problem at all.
yeah.
I just wanted to, but if we had anything about the products or anything about the presentation, the company, that's what I wanted to do. But of course, we're going to talk about some money. That's what we're here for.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
let's do that first. If anyone, if anyone has a question, please
Yeah.
go ahead and
It
raise
is a
your
lot of
hand.
information.
Yeah, because it's a
Most
lot to
definitely.
digest. Yes.
Show,
Joel said, show us the
Show us the
show
money.
us
money.
the money.
Well,
Somebody
okay,
asked about the
okay, that's
onboarding
fine.
process.
Oh, please go over the onboarding process. Um, I think I did that. Let me see. The onboarding process that you would get the link from the person who invited you to this presentation. You will open up an account, and this is, let me tell you how simple it is. This is like mind blowing. I'm going to one of my and look, oh, I'm going to tell y'all this too. They allow you to have up to 11 accounts legally. Did you? This company is unbelievable. You can have
Business centers.
11 business centers. Business, you can rank yourself up legally, and they don't have a problem with that. So you don't
Wow.
got to put it in your baby name, your dog name, and all. You don't got to do that over here. It's mind blowing, seriously. So this is how simple the process is. Let me go into one of my accounts um, that I have. This is the back office right here. See, look, the node pay me every day. I got
Your screen
23,000.
didn't change.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm
Keep your
sorry.
screen, sis.
Hold up. Yeah, because I think okay, I'm sorry. I'm just excited, y'all. Hold up. I got y'all. I got you. Here we go. Boom.
Yeah, everybody, the legal side,
Can y'all
according
see it?
to the attorneys,
Y'all see my
this is
screen now?
possible. Yep, to see
Okay,
it.
cool. This is the back office right here, right? So look at the promotion, y'all. See that promotion? 4 for 1. It ends Saturday. Look, the 28th at 11:59 p.m. Hawaii time. That's the promotion is over then. So check it out. This I get paid every day right here. This is where I get my money at. But look at the packages. Oh, I'm sorry, the onboarding. I'm excited. But look at the packages real quick. I'm sorry. Look at the packages. It's gonna be crazy. I want to show y'all the crypto debit cards. This the crypto debit cards right here, y'all. Look at that. We got one card um, for $99. That's the designer card. We got one for $450, and we got the big boy for $550. We got and we got different prices because we get different perks with each card. We'll go over the details at a later time about what those different perks are. And it's a one time, ain't no you gotta pay this again and again. One time. And you get the tap, swipe, insert, cha-ching, and you can build a team just off the cards alone. This is how mind blowing this is. But listen, let's go back to this. Say you wanted to buy a package, right? So you buy a package. All you would do is sign up like you sign up anyway. These the nodes right here, $1,200. See, Miracle Pay node CPU 1 plus 3, so you get 4 total. You click buy, you click terms and condition, click create order, pay it. Look, you can wire your money. You can this the bank, the Miracle Neo, or you can use cryptocurrency, which most of us would do. It says wait, the order has been created. This is how easy the process is, ladies and gentlemen. Now, so pay with Miracle Pay. So you're going to select a currency. You click that. We accept all of these cryptos: Ethereum, Bitcoin, Avalanche, Maker, BNB, USDT, ERC20, TRC20. So we accept all these forms of cryptocurrency. And once you pick one, let's say you pick Bitcoin, then you click Pay with Miracle Pay, and it's going to create an order with a QR code, and you got 30 minutes to pay for it before it disappears. So you can either play with the QR code and be at BTC, or you can copy and paste the wallet right here and pay this. Tell you the exact amount to the T of the BTC, and it's just that simple, ladies and gentlemen. How you pay for the package. Any other question before we show you the money? So with that, is that cool, Mr. Brown?
Hey, that's that's perfect. Most
Okay.
definitely. All
Uh,
right.
Carlos Alvarez, let's show the people the money real quick. Are you still there? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I'm here.
And if I
Okay.
could, Mr. Meadows, let me share this very quickly. I
Yes,
want
sir.
everybody to know I'm about to post my link in the chat, and I want to make sure I mention this as well. Mr. Amin just went over the sign-up process. I want to make sure we keep everything in order. If you have a leader that's plugging in, you sign up with them. The reason why I'm making sure just mine is here now is because we'll have a few people that'll be falling through the cracks, so on and so forth. If their upline or leader doesn't want to move forward, then you can hit my link. Other than that, you make sure if you're on, just to name a few, Mr. Dotson's team, Mr. Kevin Brown, if you're Eric and Roger Jarman, are a few of the leads that are plugged in, even Mr. Brown, Craig Brown, and there are a few others as well. And as Kevin Brown he just said check your phones. Remember, we do everything decently in order. However, we ain't sitting around waiting on nobody. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to make sure, again, as I stated earlier, that everybody's going to be plugged into the proper channels. I'm going to create one for this, but I'm also going to make sure that everybody's plugged directly into Mr. Alvarez's and Mr. Meadows' channel as well, so you don't miss a beat. You guys know I'm going to be jumping and doing presentations as well. Now, I want to say one more thing, and I'm going to let Mr. Amin close out by showing you the comp plan. Guys, as you heard Mr. Ray state, that this is a hybrid. If you don't know what a hybrid is, let me tell you this much now and understand we're going to be doing some brain banging. We're going to be doing
Yes.
some thinking on these platforms and making sure we get all this down pat. I'm going to make sure that I'm in place to do that with you as well, not for you, but with you. Right? So that's what I mean by brain banging. Forget gang banging. We're getting ready to brain bang and do and do a
That's
little
right.
bit of work. But understand this, and I'm going to shut up. A hybrid means that you have the best of both worlds. We have a typical unilevel, right? That y'all know how unilevel goes. Everybody you sign up person's on your first level, everybody you sign up is on your second, so on and so forth. But then they had the audacity to also have a, for lack of a better term, people call it a binary. I used to hate binaries until the last one that I did, Mr. Meadows knows.
He was getting $50,000 a week.
Everybody talk about they hate binaries. So the only reason why I say this is I'm literally, the leaders are in place. Everybody else is going to go left, right, left, right. Some of y'all are about to have a team from the sheer fact that you said, Mr. Brown, I'm
Yes.
going to get in where I fit in right now, and I'm going to earn, listen to this, as I learn. You don't sit up and try to figure everything out. Well, I'm going to sign up after. No, you get in position, you strike, and then we'll slow down and learn everything. Because trust me, you want to be in position. That's the difference with this one. So there is
Yes.
a little time factor. And I almost hate he mentioned a free position. Don't take up no free slots if you just gonna sit there, okay? If you
You ain't
get
get that
paid
love for a
Friday,
book.
right. If you get paid Friday or something like that, and you got to wait, that's fine. We understand. But there's about to be a shift. We're moving forward. I mean, like a skull dog on crack, is one of my partners used to say. But it's going to be done right, as you can see, with a rock solid platform. So after all that, can y'all believe there's a comp plan too? It's not just the nodes. All right,
That's
take
what's
it
so
away, gentlemen.
crazy.
Thank you so
Yes,
much. I
sir.
just wanted to put that out there.
Not a problem. Thank you, Mr. Brown. Go ahead, Mr. Alvarez.
Yeah, I work with both Amin and Derek, and these guys are top notch in the industry. I appreciate you guys big time.
Absolutely.
So let's see. You can see my screen.
Yes, I can see your
Yes,
screen.
sir.
And just before he pull it up, somebody asked, can you explain how the nodes get paid? Every time a merchant, meaning a business, makes a transaction in cryptocurrency by using our Miracle Pay technology, 30% of that transaction goes to the CPU nodes, which pays you every day. That's how the nodes pay you off of real world transactions, not auto ship, not none of that. So every time somebody out of these major contracts that we've already signed, when those companies, which is of $1 billion companies, anybody pays in cryptocurrency, 30% of those transactions go to the CPU nodes, which pays us out every single day. And that's how we get paid from the CPU nodes. As far as the KYC with the crypto debit cards, yes, it's a brief KYC, which ain't nothing because we still decentralized, ladies and gentlemen. They
Yeah, it's
want you to
soft. This is
yeah, they
called
want you to
soft.
put your the front and back of your license and your email. That's it. And mailing address. So they know where to send the card to. That's it. So Mr. Alvarez, please go over the compensation plan so we can see how we get this money.
Yeah, you guys are going to see that there's a lot of experience behind this comp plan. It's really basic, but If you want to study it, once you create an account, you can find it in your back office under the marketing education page, and you can download it as a PDF file. So here's the basic. Um, when you get started, they even thought about that person. Look, like for example, I got people in Africa, it's a different economy, and I do care about the leadership over there because they are passionate of helping people. And so, but the economy is different. So in that example, you can call those leaders to join us. It won't cost them anything. And even on a free account, they'll have an opportunity to earn money through three levels of the unilevel, three levels of the unilevel for the node residual. However, on the other end, the commissions is direct commissions, which I'll go over. They can earn unlimited direct commissions on a free account. So that person that doesn't have the money to get the node, for every one node, you make $225 direct commission. That is paid the very next day. Once we go Web3, then everything will be instant. But currently, it's about 24, 48-hour turnaround for commissions right now. So for every one node, it's $225 direct commissions. So here, the idea is to get ranked, go up in the ranks. And it's very easy. We'll go over that. And as you go up the ranks, you open up more levels in the unilevel, up to 15 levels. That is the opportunity for residual, for residuals. So, for example, in my team, I already got almost 3,000 nodes paying me every single day. And like Amin said, these guys, they solve the biggest challenge in the industry, attrition. Those 3,000 nodes are never going to go away, and they're always going to pay me. But that's because I have all 15 levels open.
That's
To get all
unbelievable.
15 levels open, you must be a leader. And we'll go over that as we go along. Just keep that in mind if you want to make a note of it. To open all 15 levels, you must be ranked leader
Or above. Yes.
or above. Um, so that's on the rank advancements. On the unilevel commissions, the nodes pay out the override, like the ones I just mentioned, 20%. So depending on the level, each level has a specific percentage, and you'll get that specific percentage from the 20%. So for example, if a level says it's paying out 5%, then it's going to pay you 5% of the 20%. If you remember, Amin mentioned that the system is designed that every node on a daily payout has an 80-20 split. 80% is to the node owner. So we're talking about $1 here. 80 cents goes to the node owner. 20 cents gets split down 15 levels on the unilevel. And that's how that works. All right. And then,
Okay.
for example, and then we got an example here. If there's a node that pays out $10 that day, 20% is $2, and you in a level that pays you 10% of that $2, because that $2 is what represents 20%, right? So if that's in a level that pays you 10%, so 10% of $2 is 20 cents in that example. And you could study this. The transaction fees, this is huge because this is where our true residual comes from. That's why on the legal side, when Amin mentioned and Ray, on the legal side, why we can have multiple business centers is because legally there is no auto ship here. The residual is created by the products themselves,
Yes.
which the products are services that are connected to a real world network. It's just services,
Real business.
real business.
Yes.
So in this example, 50% of the service fees, like the card usage, are commissionable. So like the cards, Amin mentioned, you can come in here and build a business just off the cards. The cards is huge. It's a solution for the crypto world, right? For the crypto holders. That crypto holder wants to buy a cup of coffee today using their crypto. Well, our crypto card is the solution for everyday use.
Yes.
And especially when they find out that if they're a note owner, they want to use that card aside from any other card out there because there's multiple cards out there. And if anybody asks you, but what's so special about your card? Well, you're supporting the note owners. You're supporting your own network. So if
You're
you're a
paying
leader,
your own stuff.
there's really no other crypto card out there that allows you to support your own network, right? Which means that you bring your network over here, they all get a card. Every time they swipe the card, like Amin's shirt says, cha-ching, cha-ching, you get paid. So imagine you come out here and build a grid of, let's say, for example, you got 50 personal. That's 50 across, 15 levels down. So 50 across, 15 levels down. That's your grid. Anyone in that grid that swipes the card, you get paid, whether it's day or night. This is 24/7, forever. That's what we're talking about, that you can build a business just with that product. So
Wow.
there's an example there. Somebody, there's a $3 fee, $1 is commissionable, and 50% of that. So you'll see it like on the ninth level, somebody that you don't even know just swipe the card, you just made 10 cents. I remember years back from another company, this guy was making $90,000 a week just off a 20 cents bonus. So we're talking about different levels here. And I look forward to a lot of you leaders sharing your story of what's going to happen with you with this here compensation plan. Now, this is the rank side, like I mentioned, how to open up your 15 levels. It's very simple. Do study this. I like the graphics because it does tell it all. All you got to do is rank. You get to the first rank, you just open up 5 levels of your unit level. And on the right side, you can see the percentages of each level. That percentage, depending on the product, if we're talking about the nodes, then remember, let's say, for example, the first level is going to be 5% of the 20% that you're going to get paid an override on the nodes. Remember, the nodes are paying us every day for life, every single day for life. These are overrides, you guys. Those of you that are going to build here are going to have a fascinating story because these nodes are going to pay us from the day you buy it. 24 hours later, you start to see the rewards coming in daily. So get to winner, you open up 10 levels. As you can see, the colors, they coordinate to the levels that you open. You get to leader, that's the ultimate goal for everyone here. Each one of you are a leader, that is your goal. Get to leader as quickly as possible because as a leader, you just open up the entire unilevel program, all of it. Now, there's 5 ways to get paid here. We spoke about the 15 level pay plan. Fascinating. And this is for all the, specifically for the card and the nodes. The nodes. Real quick, something about the nodes. Everybody asked the question. Currently, right now, we're getting paid a base pay of $1 a day. 80 cents goes to the node owners. 20 cents is broken down to the override on the comp plan, 15 levels. This is temporary. Once those contracts go live, Amin just shared the numbers with you guys. And I agree with Amin as an affiliate, not somebody that's representing the company, but somebody that's been around for over 30 years in this industry. I agree with Amin. When you guys see these numbers, they're very conservative. We truly believe those numbers are going to be much greater, much greater than what we're presenting.
Can I say
So,
something, Mr. Alvarez, real quick about what they're saying about the 80 cent? We're not getting
yes,
paid in fiat. We're getting 80 cent worth of Phoenix token, the super token. And you want to accumulate as much of that coin as you possibly can because that coin, we have a hockey, they call it a hockey stick company. The coin low, and you know what a hockey stick is shaped like, right? It's going to go straight up. Why? Because we only got 5.5 billion that's ever going to be created, and over 4 billion is locked up in a smart contract for for 3 years. And we got 24 companies that use this Phoenix token in one way, shape, or form. That coin is going to be unbelievable. So that 80 cent worth of Phoenix token right now, which is below a penny right now. The coin is below a penny. I need y'all to get that in your head. That is going to be unbelievable, y'all. Seriously. Go ahead, Ms.
that's a
Alvarez. I'm
great
sorry.
highlight. That's a great highlight. I mean, very important. We are
Yes.
getting paid in a very extremely undervalued asset. Just keep this in mind. You're right now getting paid from a digital asset that is even better than Bitcoin. And I am confident of saying that right now, being around a long time, buying Bitcoin when they were $200. I've been living off of crypto for many years because I just happened to be at the right place at the right time. I'm telling you right now, this digital asset that they're paying us is extremely undervalued. Its true value has not even been exposed yet, and so now it is the time to stack up. Really, the direct commissions are based on the product pricing, which here with the node, it's $225. I think that'll be the next page. The team binary profits, of course, in any binary, two teams, right? You get paid on a lesser leg. I'm going to talk about that a little bit because on a lesser leg, you get paid. Also, the matching bonus is attached to the lesser leg as well. And your rank, according to your rank, that also affects the percentages of how much you make on your lesser leg. The matching bonus, very simple. The person that you personally enroll, they make money that day. You make a match bonus that day. And then you got your rank advance bonuses, which is a one-time bonus pay, but you can make up to $63,000 just off of this advanced bonuses as you reach the ranks. So here's your direct commissions. If you guys want to take a screenshot or you guys can visit this page, is in your back office. One CPU node, $225. We got the different packages. Amin assisted. Uh, I feel like a proud parent, but Amin just had somebody in this team just sold a 50 pack. And so you guys could see what that kind of commission looked like
And
when
she just
somebody
hit leader
sells.
and she's on the call tonight.
Congratulations, that's
Congratulations, Suzanne.
that's pretty major right there. If you
Yes.
guys know or have a network or have somebody with that type of reserve, it's a great investment. Especially with this promo. This person that just bought 50 CPU nodes are actually going to get 200 of them, paying them every single day for life.
Can I say something about the investment real quick, Mr. Alvarez? Because this person is not a builder. But based on how we structured this person when he put the 50,000 up, he got majority of his money right back. So this is what I need you to understand. This is great for investors, builders, anybody and everybody. This is a game changer, y'all. Seriously. I'm sorry, Miss. I had to throw that part in there. Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely. No, that was good. That was good. So let's talk about the binary now. Here's a great example of the binary. There's a couple of ways that you can uh, increase your percentage on the lesser leg. But for the sake of understanding the binary, those of you that like math, each node has a base point of $400. Even though we're selling them for 1,200, out of that 1,200, $400 is commissionable. So if you want to make a note of that, a mental note, write it down. For every 1,200, 400 is the one that's commissionable. We have the mini nodes. You can see that it's half. And then we get to the 3-pack, 7-pack. Just multiply it by 400. And that's where you get the breakdown on the commissions. On the binary, you get paid on a lesser leg starting at 10%. Starting at 10%. So you become a difference maker. You get paid 10%. Remember, okay, here's something important. How do you activate your binary? So first of all, you must become an active member, right? That means you bought a node, makes you an active member. Now you just got to make 2 sales, one on the left, one on the right, on each team in the binary. That now activates your binary. You become a difference maker. Now, if you're looking to really build out and rank up, you're going to need a 3rd leg. So it takes 3. It's the power of 3 to start ranking up above difference maker. So to get to a winner, you need a 3rd leg. No matter where you place them, left or right, they have to fall under someone. Remember, binary is only 2 legs. But for the sake of ranking, you need a 3rd leg to get you to winner. And I'll go over that on the next slide. It's very simple. But while you're ranking up, you can see on the right side ways to increase your binary profit. Once you get to difference maker, you're at 10%. You get to winner, it increases, or you could do personal sales. You can also increase with just personal sales. So if you're a good salesperson and you don't build a team, that's perfectly fine too. That's another option to increase your binary payout. We get paid daily, but from the previous 48 hours currently. That's how it's set up currently. So like today on the 22nd, we got paid from the 20th. So today, the 22nd, we got paid from anything that happened on the 20th. So it's a 48-hour clock where it gets calculated and paid out.
But little birdie told me in the next couple of days, we're going to be on Web3. This is what I'm hearing from the birdie, not corporate. The birdie told me that we're going to be instant payment in a few days.
It'll be instant. Yep. Once we go to Web3, it's instant. No 48 hours, instant.
Instant.
And directly to our wallets.
Yes. Decentralized wallet at that. Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very exciting stuff. So here's the breakdown to the daily cap. I know that Amin and Derek Brown and myself are crazy excited about this because I don't know of any other place where you can actually get to the top and now your cap is $25,000 a day. A day. So we're starting as a difference maker at $100 a day. Winner is $200 a day. Special announcement, leaders. As you can see on the screen, there's been a change. When you make it to leader rank, tell them. Special announcement.
$2,000 cap now. They just changed the compensation plan. They upped it from $1,000 to $2,000 to leader That's going to be unbelievable right there.
I mean, your timing it couldn't be more perfect. I mean,
Absolutely. I'll be a leader by tomorrow, Tuesday.
yes. So now when you get to leader, your daily cap $2,000. So people like Derek, I mean, these leaders are going to realize by the time you get to leader, there's going to be a lot of activity in your team, and so you guys are going to have some great stories happening from that rank on. And congratulations, you get to champion is $5,000 a day. That's 100. What is that? 150,000 a month.
I
Most of
pull
you are
that
used to that
calculator out.
here, right? Six figures. And then, of course, we all want to get to legend. Oh, by the way, champion and legend are the two elite ranks that Mr. Ray was talking about with that special. What I mean, I'm gonna let you.
$50 million leadership bonus. That's not coming from auto ship. It's coming from a percentage of miracle pay. That's why he took the product. He said it's not attached to the product. It has nothing to do with the product. Nothing to do with the nose. Nothing to do with the credit cards. I mean the crypto debit cards. They took 3% of their payment from Miracle Pay and said this is for the leaders who helping them build this company. That is unheard of, y'all. Seriously.
Incredible, incredible. No, I mean, we're gonna attract leaders. They're gonna find out. And congratulations to all of you that are here and captured the vision. And of course, to legend. Get to champion. You secured a spot to share that $50 million. And so, very simple on the ranks. Check matching bonus. Now, this is a little tricky. It took me a while to really understand it, but it's not a big deal right now. But let's say Amin, right now as a winner, he's capped out at $200, right? So whatever Amin makes, and me being a leader, my daily percentage on the binary is 16%. So whatever Amin makes for that day, he caps out at 200. So I make 16% of the 200 daily. So every time Amin caps out, I'm making the 16% of whatever, because he's capping out at 200. So just keep that in mind as you go up the ranks. The percentages go up as well, as you can see here. So I'm sorry, 15% is what I would make on the match for Amin. Yes. So whatever he caps out at 200, 15% of that is what I would make for the day.
Mr.
Everybody
Alvarez,
understood that?
very quickly. Yes, sir. And I think you answered that. I mean, this particular question. Somebody asked, after you sign an account, signed up an account, and it hasn't been funded, can you still get commission from signing up someone? And you answered it. I just want you to be specific.
You get direct commission. Yes, you can.
Yeah, you
go. And if you sell, I think it's, don't quote me, I think it's 3 or 7.
4.
If you sell, let's say I got a free account and I sell 4 nodes, I'm a difference maker, correct?
Yep, that's correct.
A difference maker. Absolutely.
So that's whether they sign up one person gets 4 nodes or 4 people to get 1 node apiece, correct?
Yes, just 4 nodes, period. Yes.
Gotcha.
And what I like about condition 2 on a matching bonus, because we can open several accounts, look at the condition 2. If you want 15%, it's 1 node or up. Meaning the person has to buy a node. If you want 20%, you have to have 3 nodes yourself. If you want 25%, you got to have 7 nodes yourself. Why I like that is because now you're not taking away from your sponsor. You understand? Because remember, we can do all these accounts, but what about Mr. Derek Brown? You feel what I'm saying? What about Mr. Carlos Alvarez? So this is an honorable compensation plan. You can maximize the 11 things, but if you want to build for real, you still got to honor your sponsor. I love that part.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry,
Basically, I
Mr.
mean,
Alvarez. Go ahead.
that perfect explanation. That's it right there. You got it. So in the example, you guys can see when you become a legend, you definitely already want to be a 7-pack owner. You have to, because if not, you're just losing a lot of money. You're going to lose a lot of money,
Leaving money on the
because
table.
look at the difference. There's a perfect example. 7-node pack, you're in the same example, same earning, but with a 7-node, you earn 10,000, right? 25%, you earn 2,500. Versus owning just one node as a legend, you only earn 1,500.
Leaving $1,000 on the table.
Leaving $1,000 on the table. Perfect.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then this is the free, yeah, for those that here goes your
There you go.
answer. Um, this company, obviously, they don't rely on auto ship at all. We are talking about real technology connected to the real world. And so they're able to do this stuff. Somebody come in here for free, go to work, they're gonna get compensated.
Wow.
The idea is though, they earn the money so they can so they can become node owners, because that is the ultimate goal here, is for you to become a node owner, not just come in here and collect commissions. Because I'm telling you, if you want to compare what we're offering to any other traditional retirement plan, there is none. There really is none. We talk about this math with these nodes paying out daily. We're being hyper conservative, but I don't know, if you're a visionary, what do you think these nodes look like 10 years from now? And how much they're going to be paying you daily? That's retirement. That's
And let
legacy money.
and let me explain the other news. They're willable. You can put
Yes.
a beneficiary. You can sell your note. They belong to you. NFT on a smart contract. You can do what you want. Remember, I told you little birdie told me in a couple days we're gonna be on Web3. That means you are in total control of your nodes. You can do whatever you want to do with them, not the company. That's why the new CEO said this is true residual income.
Residual. That's right. No, I mean, we're talking about you're buying in a technology asset that you can down the road resell it. Is liquidable. If you need liquidity on demand, is what I call it. Liquidity on demand. For those of you that know people that do real estate and flip real estate, that's what we got here, but in technology. And it's even better because the liquidity part is faster. You can turn around, there's a lot. We're attracting investors. They're buying up a lot of these nodes for that specific reason, because they want to be flippers. They want to flip them because you have that ability.
So that's for being.
Liquidity on
I'm,
demand.
I like what you said, Mr. Garza. Not to cut you off, and I apologize, but you said something that made me need to say something. Remember, we only have a limited supply for 4 for 1. This is why we have great leaders like Suzanne, who's bringing in investors that's dropping 50, 100. Like, once those promotional nodes are gone, it's just going to be 1 for 1. And then the nodes are going to go up in price. Once we
Good
start
point.
launching, once we start launching
Exactly.
these contracts, that node ain't going to be 1,200. So I need us to understand we got to act. Those who are very ready now, we got to act, because the promotion of 4 for 1 is going to be gone at any day. The next Saturday is the deadline anyway, but they could be gone because we have leaders like Suzanne, who's bringing in major investors. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you know this, if you know you want to take action, you need to take action ASAP, or you're just going to be 1 for 1. I'm just being real with you.
So here's another product, and basically this product was designed and in mind of those other economies I mentioned earlier, South America, Africa, these other different economic markets that right now are our full CPU nodes are not in their reach. They created these super mini nodes, and basically they're designed to where when they're selling them, 25% of it is set aside in a savings in a wallet for that individual to continue to sell. And by the time they have enough savings, they can go ahead and apply it towards their first node.
Wow. No, why I'm
So
excited
even
about this. No, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I keep cutting you off, but
no,
it's
please go
just
ahead.
exciting to me because let me tell you something, you guys. Everybody in the world that's in the business are trying to find a way to get the unbanked people. For those of us who don't know who the unbanked people are, it's the people in the third world companies that don't have, and not just third world companies, they don't have a Bank of America. They don't have a Navy Federal. They don't have a Wells Fargo, a fire and police and fire. They don't have none of those. But guess what they have? A smart device. Guess what we have? A fintech bank. We just bank the unbanked. This is why they came up with this farm compensation plan for the super mini nodes for the people in these third world countries that $99 is a lot of money.
That's good.
This is unbelievable, y'all. This is a game changer right here. I'm sorry, Mr. Alvarez.
No, that's
It just
good.
caught my attention.
And they also get to activate the binary with this
Yes.
product. So you guys could see a direct commission's $25. It's just a $99 product, $25 direct commission.
Wow.
Uh, uh, the nodes pay, these nodes are paying a 14th of a full node. So whatever a full node is paying daily, these nodes are paying a 14th of a full node. So for the math sake, you know, for those of you that like math, you could break it down like that. On the binary, if they're starting off with this product, it's a 6% payout. On the lesser leg, it's $1.98 binary commission off the 99 basically. And then the daily max is $25 a day. They can make just by uh, getting involved in just this one product. And of course, it's automated the savings because the ultimate goal is to get this person to become a node owner.
Yes.
And here are the payouts again. The product is 99. The direct commission is 25. So for those of you that like to do math, the base points are 33, a third of the 99. On the binary, you make $1.98 per sale on the lesser leg of these products. And for the person that activated their binary, this kind of money will be set aside, 25% of their commissions, and their daily cap is 25 a day. The farmers earn 2.5% from their node sales. This system is already enabled globally, and
Yes.
again, is for that economic market. This one's fun right here. The cards. The
This is
cards.
very fun.
Uh, you
Favorite.
get direct pay, and you also get 7 levels residual on these
Tap,
cards.
swipe, but insert. Cha-ching.
The change. I mean, this is going to be incredible. There's going to be a lot of great stories off of just this product. And you guys could see $99, you make $22 direct. The 450 card, you make $75 direct. And the 550, you make $96 direct. And then you can see the different levels also pay out. And I'm a witness. These do add up. They do
Yes.
add up
Yes.
on a daily basis. And basically, it's a solution. This is a real solution that the crypto world is looking for. And for those that like to compare, sure, you could try to compare this with crypto.com. You cannot because crypto.com card doesn't pay you. It doesn't pay It doesn't pay you the person you refer them to.
I got
No
one other
payout to
thing.
you.
I got one other thing to say. I'm sorry to keep cutting you off.
Oh,
This what y'all see on the screen, that's just when they purchase the card.
Yep.
That's not when they tap, swipe, or insert cha-ching. That's just when they purchase the $99 card. You get on your seventh level, you get $3 when they purchase the card. On the seventh level of a $450 card, you get $10. You don't even know this person. That's coming on your seventh level. And then a $550 card, you get $14. You don't even know these people. This is how, that's just direct. But when they tap, swipe, insert, you get a, hey, listen to me. Ain't nothing like this right here. Literally. I'm sorry, Miss. I ain't gonna cut you off no more tonight.
oh no, no, all good, all good. I appreciate it. But that's really it, folks. I mean, this is Bellator is that that platform for that freedom life. I truly believe this statement, big time. The way this company has been put together, the way it's aligned with all the governments around the world, the way the whole design of it, where for the first time ever, Derek, Amin, and myself don't have to worry about trying to keep everybody around and keep paying that auto ship because there is no such thing here. So thank you, gentlemen.
And Mr. Brown, thank you for having us tonight, brother.
No, listen, thank you so much for gracing us with this. Now, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know a presentation is never this long. I almost said Mr. Brown, Mr. Meadows and Mr. Alvarez have taken their time specifically for you all. As I told you, I didn't do any outside marketing. I didn't even tell my private team page that I've been on for years. This was specifically for you all, so you can receive the information and get positioned. So, understand, we definitely want to put some sevens in the chat for these gentlemen, and some of you are obviously going to have an opportunity to work closely with them. They're very engageable. This is what I love about these two gentlemen. So I also want to say this. Don't make the mistake of that complex. It's a lot of information. You don't have to worry about that. All those little cha-chings, I know for a fact they add up to huge cha-chings. The key is for you to get position, and then we'll what? Earn as we learn. That's the key. Don't worry about that because there's been a lot of information. Trust me, I know. I'm probably going to be up till this time tomorrow, working with those who are ready to go in the whole nine. You guys know how we roll. But again, I want to thank you two gentlemen. I want to see if we got a few more questions. So we're going to answer all your questions. And I know one I saw, somebody asked, when is the hard launch?
Well, they haven't set a date for the hard launch of Bellator, but we're making money right now. So remember, we
That's
have
what
a
I
new
wanted to let
product
them
being,
know.
yeah, we're making money like right now. Like I told you,
Paid
you
right
buy a
now.
node, you get paid in 20, you're getting paid every day. We done made a lot of money right
You
now.
sell a node, you're getting paid.
So no, you're getting paid.
Yeah,
Buy a
everything
card, you're
is
getting paid.
rolling now.
You're getting paid. So
Uh,
you're getting paid. But the hard launch should be, I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't want to tell
When
you
we
what they.
go to Web3, and then by then the nodes will be more
Yes.
awesome.
Little
uh,
birdie told me less than 10 days. That's what little birdie said.
right. Somebody asked, the commission is paid in Phoenix tokens.
You can get an option. You can get a
Okay.
stable coin or you can get Phoenix token. So you can get Tether or you can get paid in Phoenix. So they give you the option.
Yep.
Okay.
So
So
USDT.
USDT if you want.
yeah,
Okay.
Yep.
USDT. They give you two options in the back office.
Awesome. All right. Ms. Hodge said, can these cards be loaded with crypto from
Yes. Yes. That's the
external
beautiful
sources,
thing.
or can they only
Yes.
be earned from earnings from the platform?
From
So
any
No,
let me
from
say,
platform.
external
let me
sources.
share this with y'all. So the answer is yes. I have some huge networkers that I didn't approach with Bellator. I approached them with the card. And they said, that makes sense. I said, well, how are you guys, what's the end use of when your people are earning in crypto? They said, well, they got to do, y'all know the usual stuff we got to do. I said, well,
Absolutely.
I have this card, that allows you blah, blah, blah. And they're like, that's a no brainer immediately. Also understand this. You can approach companies. Well, I mean, break that down real quick. See, this thing is so huge, guys, in the blue. That's why I said the key is get plugged in. trust me, we're going to take our time to break everything down. But touch on
Yeah,
that. We
it's
talked about that.
this real legit. I told you I don't do no fluff. This company is allowing you to sign up businesses to accept cryptocurrency. So you can have a business in your downline. Let me tell you something. Me personally, I'm talking to one of the biggest e-commerce platforms in the world. Everybody know their name. Everybody. I'm talking to them. And they blown away. Know why? They want to be above Amazon because that's their competition. Think about these companies. The airline, why do you think the airline signed with us so quick? They want to be above their competition. Their competition is not accepting crypto. So if you know a network marketing company that you know the owner, if you know a bank, like I'm great talk to the Black Bank right here. Why? They need to accept cryptocurrency. They are, I'm telling y'all, I've never seen nothing like this. This is why I'm excited because this is definitely retirement, hands down.
Your little local restaurant, the dry cleaner, not just those big multi, but
Yeah,
even
I know. I'm just saying where I'm at.
right.
I'm sorry. I'm just. You're
You
right
know,
though. No,
and a
you're
lot
right.
of
You're
yeah.
right.
So a lot of people, the thing about this platform. This is another reason why it was last because I knew the girth of it. So that's why I said I don't want you guys to, but you can just literally, like they said, you can sign up for free, get paid 3 levels. You know what I'm saying? But the key is to acquire a node and then make sure you have a node on your left and right. But remember, it's a unilevel as well. It's not just a binary. But for some people who have a knack for that or just know somebody has a store, think about that. And what you got to understand is every time somebody comes in that store and pays with crypto, whether it's a huge business or local dry cleaners, you're getting paid. Every time somebody purchases a card within those 7 levels and they use it to go buy a cup of coffee or to go buy a car. I told y'all I live off a crypto card. Pay the rent, pay the mortgage, pay every and anything through a crypto card. Somebody could have been getting paid. But now we can position ourselves to do that every time somebody does what they're going to do anyway. Mind blowing. In addition to the nodes, in addition to everything else, it is mind blowing. So somebody said, "Oh, Mr. Average, you may have answered that one for them." So we can sell the payment processing to business. Oh, you already answered that one to businesses and also
Remember,
to
no. Let me
consumers.
clarify that. We're not. We're not.
You
We're
don't have
not
the
selling
payment
payment
process.
processing machines.
Right,
That's not
right.
our. We have the technology that's already incorporated in the machines they already have. So this is what that. See how mind blowing that is. They don't got to change their system. They don't got to pay no money. They don't. Listen to me. That's why I put emphasis on the switch. We built the switch ourselves, which allows people to just plug in. This is unbelievable, y'all. Seriously.
Awesome. Well, I don't see any more questions, and we do have this recorded. Most people
Yeah, there's
probably have to
someone with a
watch it.
question about
Okay, shoot.
using the debit card in the USA. Anywhere MasterCard is accepted. Anywhere MasterCard is accepted.
Thank
Insane.
you, Mr. Brown. I appreciate you for having us, brother. Seriously.
No problem at all. So, family, what I'm going to do again, thank you, Mr. Meadows and Mr. Alvarez. Guys, put some sevens in the chat, please, for these gentlemen. Let's give them a digital hand clap. I'm going to make sure that all the information you need is going to be in the chat. I'm going to do that tonight. Okay. I'm going to make sure that it's separated so you'll know what's what within 48 hours, no later than Tuesday, but you know me to probably be done sometime tomorrow. I'm going to have a separate chat for this platform. And then I'm also going to make sure that you're plugged into their chat and we'll go from there. All right. God
Yes,
bless,
sir.
guys. Thank you so much.
Thank
And
you all.
we'll see you guys soon. You will see a few people hitting your
No
communication
problem.
channel for
You're
sure.
already an admin, so you just
All
add them. I appreciate
right,
you.
there we go.
Thank you, guys. I
God bless you.
appreciate that. All right.
Thank you, everyone. All right, guys. Thank you so much, Carlos. All right. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out, man. There's still 29 of you on. Do you know you can? Well, let me stop this recording before I start rambling. Even this recording. Whoa, this is going to be long.